What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on Supergirl Season 2, and also Barry Allen's here, the Flash Dog. So this will be my video breakdown, review and criticism of Supergirl Season 2, Episode 3, Welcome to Earth. So the president in this episode is Linda Carter, who was the original Wonder Woman. So she played a quite powerful role being the president, and obviously she was the first Wonder Woman. Last week or the week before, they just celebrated the 75th year of Wonder Woman. So it's a bit ironic how she appears in a DC show a few weeks after, but that's pretty cool. So in this episode, we go from seeing no aliens except for Superman and Supergirl to seeing an alien bar, an alien nightclub. Bit strange to me how like a massive criticism is no aliens, now there's loads of aliens. Is this to set something else up in the season? So last episode, it ended with who everyone perceived was Mon-El attacking Supergirl, and yes, it was Mon-El, and he's from Daxam, aka he's a Daxamite, so he's not Kryptonian like everyone thought. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this plays out. So eventually Kara tells him that his homeland Daxam, who he tried to send a distress call to, that it's just a wasteland now. So he's going to have to stick around for a while, as he doesn't really have a world to go back to. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they're going to do with him. He's most likely going to become the Superman version within this within this program, as there's nowhere else he can really go. But what is interesting is I personally think this is going to set up the Invasion crossover to some extent, which Supergirl will be involved with, but it's going to have to start on the Flash, as the Dominators are going to invade Earth with other races, but they can't invade Kara's Earth, as that doesn't exist within the Arrowverse, which is the Flash and Arrow. So they're going to have to invade that Earth, because they can't invade every Earth, so they're going to have to invade Prime Earth, which is why the three-night crossover, which will involve Supergirl, will actually start on the Flash, and most likely the Arrow is going to be pissed off at Supergirl for bringing the aliens to Prime Earth. So the main villain in this episode is the Scorcher, who, as the Scorcher name sounds, she's fire-based, but she tries to take the president out, fails, and Kara and Supergirl own her. So we see Maggie Swagger, I think it is, with Alex Danvers. Are they going to be a romantic lesbian couple? Potentially, seeing as she is from the Batman universe and was romantically with Batwoman, so we might get some lesbian action there, seeing as Alex has failed with any guy except for Max last season. Max? Is it Max? Yeah, probably. I think it's Max, the dude that was the kind of the half villain last season that is magically disappeared. Inconsistency with this program. They've not explained where he is. He's just kind of disappeared. So Lena Luthor is developing a device that scans your body that can tell you if you're an alien or not, which is pretty strange, but it ties in with the president trying to give aliens the same rights as human beings. So as soon as I heard that was the focus of the episode, it's pretty obvious that the president was going to be an alien. So Snapper Kara's new boss, as Cat Grant isn't currently in the show, thinks he's in charge, but in the end Jamie Olsen tells him that he can do one if he doesn't want to obey by his rules. So James Olsen takes control back towards the end of the episode. So right at the end of the episode, the president kind of transforms into an alien, which I'm still convinced is linked to the invasion crossover. She's some kind of shapeshifter, I guess you could call her, as she transforms into a different body. So that's quite interesting. I honestly think it's linked with the big crossover coming up in episode 9 and 8, I think. And right at the end, we see Hank Henshaw go to the alien bar, and he thinks he sees someone he knows, follows her outside like a stalker, and then she introduces herself as Miss Martian, the last lady of Mars who was in the Young Justice program, which they kind of don't do anymore, I don't know why. So that's going to be pretty cool, as he thought he was the last Martian in the whole universe. So it was an okay episode. I mean, I think it's taken a big hit without Superman, but it's not a Superman show, it's a Supergirl show. But the problem is, this is technically like episode 1 because the ratings and viewers were purely watching for Superman from what I've seen. So it wasn't the strongest episode. I mean, having Mon-El, Miss Martian, and yeah, it's looking like it's going to get better as the time goes on. Some criticism is there's a lot of inconsistencies. We go from no aliens to a whole bar full of aliens that's apparently been there forever, but no one has ever found out about it until now. Also, Wynn to me is a bitch of a character. He's pointless. He's gone from the techie in Catco building to now he can program and make any kind of device. I'm trying to turn it into a Cisco, but he just can't pull it off. He's more like a Felicity to me. I mean, they should personally get rid of that character. To me, he's not needed. They need to improve him. He needs a lot more character development. If I'm going from someone trying to get with Supergirl to being the kind of DEO's kind of technical guy, when he was only someone who was okay with computers, is a bit ridiculous, and that's a massive negative for me. And also, Cat Grant leaving the program is a massive hit. I mean, Snappercart and James Olsen, they're just not Cat Grant. To me, they need the Cat Grant kind of chemistry. There's just a big hole missing in this program, which they could potentially get back. I mean, I still think it was a good episode. Still a massive fan of this show. I still got hope that it's going to come up. I mean, last week ratings did beat Arrow again, but this is technically the first episode without Tyler, Superman, being in it. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Most people may kind of disagree with my comments, but I'm saying how I see it. I mean, this wasn't a strong episode. It was a good episode, obviously with Miss Martian and a few other things. But anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and see you in another video. Warstu out. Peace.